And welcome back to my channel. And today, boy oh boy, am I excited to share this with you guys. I built a little neighborhood cul-de-sac, and this is part one because, as you might guess, if I would put it all in one video, it would be excruciating long. So I didn't do that. So this is part one, and on the second part you will see the final finish, the screenshots and the links to the downloads. But still, I hope you are excited. I built this on a 64 by 64 lot. There are several homes. Some of them have a bit of a retro look to it. I didn't want to make them look modern or anything. I wanted them to look cute. And yeah, so on the inside, every house has a slightly different decoration and different amounts of bedrooms and things inside of the house. Every house does have a garden. Some of them, the garden are a bit more small, the other ones are bigger, but they all have some outside space. Initially, I built 7 homes, but then there was one that I wasn't really happy with, and it was a bit in the way. So instead of keeping it and because I had been working on that house and changing colors and shapes and making it smaller, making it bigger, and it was just not working. So instead of frustrating myself, I deleted it, and on the place I added a parking lot and I added a little fishing hole. Yeah, so I thought it would be quite realistic to add a parking lot so that you would have some space to park. And I also added a little neighborhood park at the front. It just has a few swing sets, but I think this is pretty cool, especially if on your gameplay you have in the same family but different people in the family that you would like to move out. You can move them into a house and just lock doors and stuff like that. This is also quite useful if you use that little mod that enables you to have more than 8 sims, because you can fit a whole lot of sims on this lot. Yes, in total I don't even know how many bedrooms this lot in total has, but I am guessing quite a few. Now this is a big project, like I said, and it has taken me a few hours to get up to this stage. So this stage that you are seeing right now, this is where I'm up to right now. I'm taking a break for today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna start working on it again, because sometimes it's good to take a breath and come back the next day and you have a whole different perspective and you change some things to make it look better. So I am doing that also because I was getting quite frustrated, not frustrated, but a bit bored. I love doing the downstairs of homes, like kitchens and living rooms, but there are 2 things that I hate furnishing in The Sims: bedrooms and bathrooms. Oh god, bathrooms I still enjoy more than bedrooms. I really detest bedrooms. I know that sounds weird, but I don't like doing them. So at this point, I am just furnishing the downstairs of the houses and just doing the things that I like, and I'm leaving the boring things for last. Yeah, you will see me jump between houses, and I understand that might be quite confusing, but on the next video you will see the screenshots and you will understand which bedroom belongs to which house or which living room belongs to which house. It's just because that's how I build. I just jump from room to room. So in this case I was jumping from home to home and landscaping and then furnishing and then building. So I was all over the place. I did sped up the footage quite a bit, again because I didn't want this video to be like 30 minutes long, and there are no screenshots, so all you are going to see right now is just building and furnishing and all of that good stuff. So I had this build in my bucket list for quite a while, but I wasn't sure how I wanted to do this or what kind of style I was going for. I have tried it before, to be honest. I did try to build one of these before, but I wasn't happy with it, so I deleted it. It never saw the light of the day, you know, it just went down the rabbit hole. Yeah, I tried to make it look as cute as possible. I mean, it does have a big tar road in the middle. Again, being realistic, that's how the road would look like. And don't comment saying that, you know, the cars don't have enough space to turn around and going in and out of the parking space, because, you know, logistics were not my main priority whilst building this. I was making it look like as cute as I could, and I didn't want the main focus of this build just to be the road. So I wanted to make some different things. And the fishing pond area, I tried to make it look like a little park kind of a thing. So I did add loads of shrubbery and stuff around the pond just to fit it in a bit. And I did put in a little well that comes with the, I don't even know, romantic garden. And there are a lot of packs involved in this lot. So I used a lot of different packs. I might even use all of them, to be honest. Except I'm trying not to use the vampires, just because that's the only one that I am aware of that I haven't used any item of. So I'm trying not to use the vampire. Actually, the spandrel that I used might be vampires. So I might have used all of the packs. You know, I didn't want to restrict myself. I wanted to make it look as awesome as I could, and I wanted the maximum amount of items that I could have, so I used all of it. But I mean, if you only have a few packs, you will still be able to download this, but you will have to make little adjustments and change things up a bit, I think. I'm not aware how it works, because I mean, I'm constantly telling you this, but I don't actually play the game. Last time I played the game, for some of you, this might be shocking, but last time I played the game was in 2014 when it came out. And I was like, okay, I want to see what I can do, how it works, how it looks. And so I played for a bit. But, you know, I don't have a lot of creativity when it comes to playing. You know, I bore myself with my boring normal person gameplay. You know, some of you guys are really creative, and I see pictures on Facebook of people that do different challenges and different storylines, and you know, I could never do that. I would be like, okay, single, get a person, have woohoo, you know, have a couple kids, get married, that's it. That's my Sims playing. So, you know, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but there you go. You're welcome. Yeah, like I said, some of these houses do have a more retro feel. What I wanted to make it look like, I saw a movie recently where I can't even remember the name of it. What was the name? I can't even remember. It was a horror-ish, I should say, because I know I am a horror person. No, not a horror person. I am a person that loves horror movies, and I see them all. And so for me, what I consider horror are just like two movies where it really freaks me out. I don't really get scared by horror movies anymore. But I saw this movie, and it had like this little neighborhood with like retro houses. This was like based in like the 80s or like early 90s, and it looked so cute and so different. So I did wanted to make it look a bit like that as well. I wanted to make it look a bit older and stuff, and you know, I hope I achieved that. I really enjoyed the final outcome, and I hope you did too. And don't forget, this is just the first part. So the second part, you will see the screenshots and get all the links to the download. Until then, please do subscribe, because if you subscribe, oh, you will see once the next video is out. If you press that little bell notification, the only thing that will do is pop up a notification on your phone saying that I have uploaded a new video. So if you do that, you don't miss any new content. Please do give this a big thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!